Hello, and welcome. In a world that constantly demands our attention, our minds often become cluttered, noisy spaces. We juggle endless tasks, worries, and information, leaving us feeling overwhelmed and drained. But what if you could achieve profound mental clarity, quiet the incessant chatter, and find a sense of peace in just 5 minutes? Today, we're diving into the timeless wisdom of Japanese lifestyle philosophy, exploring 10 powerful secrets that don't require hours of meditation or drastic life changes, but rather subtle, intentional shifts in your daily perspective. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are actionable pathways to a calmer, more focused you, available right now. Let's embark on this journey to declutter your mind, the Japanese way. Our first secret to mental clarity is built around the beautiful concept of ichigo ichie. This phrase translates to one time, one meeting, and it encapsulates the profound understanding that every single moment, every interaction, every breath is a unique, unrepeatable treasure. It's an invitation to be fully present, to savor the now, because this exact moment will never happen again. In our fast-paced lives, we often rush through experiences, already thinking about the next item on our to-do list or replaying past events. Ichigo Ichie urges us to pause. For 5 minutes, try to truly immerse yourself in whatever you are doing. If you're drinking tea, notice the warmth of the cup, the aroma, the subtle taste, the sensation as it travels down. If you're looking out a window, don't just see, but truly observe the light, the movement of leaves, the intricate patterns of the clouds. By bringing this level of focused attention to even the most mundane activities, you train your mind to stop wandering, anchoring it firmly in the present. This simple act of mindful presence instantly reduces mental clutter as you free yourself from the weight of past regrets or future anxieties, choosing instead to fully inhabit the richness of the now. It's a powerful mental detox, reminding you that life unfolds only in these precious, fleeting instants. Next, we embrace Kanso, the principle of simplicity. In the realm of Japanese aesthetics and lifestyle, Kanso means stripping away the superfluous, focusing on purity and clarity. It's about finding beauty in what remains when everything unnecessary is removed. For mental clarity, Kanso encourages us to identify and discard the mental clutter that weighs us down. Think about your thoughts as possessions. Which ones are truly essential? Which ones serve a purpose? And which ones are simply distractions, worries, or irrelevant noise? For 5 minutes, practice mental Kanso. Perhaps you're constantly replaying a minor social interaction or worrying about a hypothetical future event. Consciously acknowledge these thoughts and then gently but firmly let them go. Imagine them as leaves floating down a stream, passing by without needing your intervention. This isn't about ignoring problems, but about distinguishing between productive thought and unproductive rumination. By simplifying your mental landscape, you create space for what truly matters, allowing clarity and focus to emerge naturally. It's about cultivating an inner environment where essential thoughts can breathe and flourish. Our third secret is found in the concept of ma, which translates to gap, pause, or space. Ma is not about emptiness, but about the meaningful interval between things, the intentional void that allows for reflection and appreciation. In music, it's the silence between notes. In art, it's the blank space on the canvas. For mental clarity, Ma reminds us of the profound power of intentional pauses. In our non-stop world, we often jump from one task to the next without a breath. For 5 minutes, carve out your own Ma. This could be a moment between meetings, before you start your next task, or even just pausing before you open another app on your phone. Instead of filling that gap with more information or activity, simply be. Breathe deeply, observe your surroundings without judgment, or just close your eyes and listen to the ambient sounds. This deliberate creation of mental white space allows your mind to reset, to process, and to find its equilibrium. It's a micro reboot for your brain, preventing overload and offering a fresh perspective. Ma isn't lost time, it's essential time, allowing your mind to breathe and preventing the accumulation of mental debris. Moving on to our fourth principle, we encounter Shoshin, the beginner's mind. This powerful concept encourages us to approach every task, every interaction, and every moment with the openness, eagerness, and lack of preconceptions that a beginner possesses. A beginner is curious, unburdened by past failures or successes, and eager to learn. They don't carry the weight of knowing it all or the fear of making mistakes. When your mind is cluttered, it's often because you're approaching situations with preconceived notions, judgments, or rigid expectations. For 5 minutes, try tackling a routine task, perhaps washing dishes, writing an email, or even just listening to someone speak with Shoshin. Pretend you've never done it before. Notice the textures, the sounds, the nuances you usually overlook. Listen with genuine curiosity, as if hearing for the first time. This practice dissolves the mental noise of assumptions and allows for fresh insights and genuine engagement. It strips away the mental baggage of past experiences, opening you up to new possibilities and making every moment an opportunity for discovery, rather than a repetitive chore. Shoshin injects a sense of wonder and presence, effectively clearing out mental stagnation. Our fifth secret to a clearer mind draws inspiration from Hara Hachibu, the Okinawan practice of eating until you are 80% full. While traditionally applied to food, we can powerfully adapt this principle to our mental diet, specifically to information consumption. In an age of endless notifications, news feeds, and digital inputs, our minds are constantly overfed, leading to mental indigestion and clutter. For 5 minutes, consciously practice mental Hara Hachibu. Instead of consuming information until you're completely saturated, stop at 80%. This might mean closing that social media app before you scroll to the very end, reading just the headlines instead of every single article, or putting your phone down a few minutes before you feel compelled to. It's about being mindful of when your brain has had enough. When you stop before reaching full saturation, you leave room for processing, for reflection, and for your own thoughts to emerge. This intentional restraint prevents mental bloat and allows your mind to operate more efficiently, making space for creativity and original thought. It's a powerful discipline that reclaims your mental bandwidth from the constant onslaught of external data. The sixth principle that guides us towards mental clarity is wabi-sabi. This profound aesthetic philosophy finds beauty in imperfection, impermanence, and incompleteness. It celebrates authenticity, the natural cycle of growth and decay, and the quiet dignity of age. For mental decluttering, wabi-sabi offers a powerful antidote to self-criticism and the relentless pursuit of an unattainable perfection that often clutters our minds. For 5 minutes, apply wabi-sabi to your self-perception. Instead of dwelling on your perceived flaws, mistakes, or shortcomings, try to see the unique beauty in your journey, in your struggles, and in your evolving self. Your imperfections are not errors to be corrected, but rather part of the rich tapestry of your existence, making you uniquely you. Embrace the transient nature of emotions and situations, understanding that nothing is permanent. This acceptance reduces the mental burden of striving for an impossible ideal, freeing up immense mental energy. Wabi-sabi teaches us to find peace in what is, rather than what we wish were, fostering a deep sense of self-compassion and inner calm that naturally declutters the mind of self-judgment. Our seventh powerful insight comes from Zanshin, a concept often associated with martial arts, meaning lingering mind or remaining awareness. It describes a state of continued, sustained awareness and readiness, even after an action has been completed. It's not about being tense, but about maintaining a calm, alert presence. In our daily lives, we often rush through tasks, quickly moving on without fully landing the previous one. This creates a mental backlog, a sense of incompleteness that contributes to clutter. For 5 minutes, practice Zanshin in your transitions. After you finish a conversation, don't immediately jump to checking your phone. Instead, take a moment to simply let the conversation settle. After you complete a task, take a breath before starting the next. If you've just eaten, don't immediately get up and rush off. Instead, take a moment to appreciate the meal and the sensations. This brief, intentional pause allows your mind to fully process and complete the previous activity, preventing mental residue from accumulating. Zanshin ensures that you are fully present for each moment, rather than dragging the remnants of the past into the present, thus keeping your mental space clear and focused for what lies ahead. The 8th Japanese secret we'll explore for mental clarity is inspired by kakeibo, traditionally a household budgeting method. While kakeibo is about managing finances, we can ingeniously adapt its core principle to create a mental budget for our energy and focus. Just as you track where your money goes, you can become aware of where your mental energy is being spent. For 5 minutes, engage in a quick mental kakeibo. Without judgment, simply observe and acknowledge what thoughts, worries, or activities have consumed your mental bandwidth recently. Did you spend excessive time ruminating on something you can't control? Did you get drawn into unproductive mental debates? By becoming consciously aware of these mental expenditures, you gain control. This isn't about guilt-tripping yourself, but about empowering you to make more intentional choices about where you invest your precious mental resources. When you understand your mental spending habits, you can identify areas of waste and proactively redirect your focus towards what truly aligns with your well-being and goals. This mental budgeting practice helps you conserve energy, reduce unnecessary mental drain, and allocate your attention more wisely, leading to a clearer and more efficient mind. Our 9th technique for mental decluttering is inspired by usoji, the big clean that often takes place in Japan at the end of the year. It's a thorough, intentional cleaning, not just of physical spaces, but also a symbolic clearing of the old to make way for the new. We could apply this concept to our minds by performing a mini mental usoji in just 5 minutes. This isn't about solving all your problems, but about creating an immediate sense of freshness and renewal. For 5 minutes, consciously decide to let go of 1 or 2 specific mental burdens that you've been carrying. This might be a lingering resentment, a small worry about something trivial, or a self-critical thought. Acknowledge it, understand its presence, and then, with intention, imagine yourself releasing it. You can visualize sweeping it away, or placing it gently on a cloud and watching it drift off. This practice is a deliberate act of mental discharge, a symbolic emptying of accumulated mental dust. Even a small, intentional mental cleanup can significantly lighten your load, creating an immediate sense of spaciousness and clarity, much like walking into a freshly cleaned room. It's a powerful way to reset your internal environment, making space for new, positive thoughts to enter. Finally, our 10th secret brings us to a modern adaptation of Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. While the ideal is to immerse oneself in a natural forest, we can find powerful, accessible ways to connect with nature for mental clarity, even in urban environments, in just 5 minutes. Our minds often become cluttered from overstimulation and disconnection from the natural world. For 5 minutes, seek out a small piece of nature, however modest, and engage with it mindfully. This could be looking out a window at a tree, observing a houseplant, listening to the sound of rain, or feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin. If you have access to a small park or even a patch of grass, take a moment to simply breathe the air, notice the colors, and feel the ground beneath your feet. The goal is not a strenuous hike, but a gentle sensory engagement. This brief connection with nature has a profound calming effect, grounding your thoughts and reducing mental agitation. It reminds us of our place within a larger natural order, shifting our focus away from self-centered worries and towards a broader, more peaceful perspective. Even a microdose of nature can significantly declutter your mind, offering a moment of refreshing tranquility and perspective. There you have it, 10 profound Japanese secrets, each offering a pathway to declutter your mind and cultivate instant mental clarity, all achievable in just 5 minutes.